Hey guys, this is Long Haul Larry. We're in Big Blue. We're at the carrier dealer. Well, reefer's fixed. And boy, do I feel stupid. All right. First of all, you know, I do a lot of different little stuff and everything, fixing up things and everything. And you guys are always sending me all these really nice comments and all this stuff. And, you know, it's always like, oh, Larry, you're so dreamy. You're the best employee ADL has ever had. Well, maybe it's more like, hey, Larry, you're so dreamy. But you guys are always giving me all these compliments, fixing stuff. I'm just kind of a MacGyver, you know, fixing a spot. I can do a lot of stuff. Electrical, not so much. I hate electrical work. I really do. And so it had that issue. It shut off. I pulled in and it said low voltage, and I looked at the thing and at the screen and checked it out, and it was at like 13.2, and I was like, well, that's not really low voltage. And you know, and I thought, well, I'm gonna hook up jumper cables, you know, anyways. And I hooked up the jumper cables to the battery.
In a half mile.
Oh, shut up, Aaron. Who needs you? And by the way, I know my GPS is in the way. It's in the reflection of the camera. You're gonna have to put up with it with a day or so. They give you this little pad. I'm actually gonna mount it right onto my dash. It's gonna be down low here. I'm gonna cover up my gauges. I mounted it on there. It was great. Everything. I cleaned it the best I could. Didn't have any like rubbing alcohol or nothing. Put it on there. Mounted it. Looked really good. It was kind of even with my ELD. And then I was cleaning windows and stuff this morning, messing around. And then I hear a dunk. I looked down and it fell. It pulled the whole thing off. This tape is not good. So I gotta get some new two-sided tape stuff. Okay? So ELD will be there for a day or two. I know. Anywho, hooked it up. And it showed 13.2. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It's not low voltage. It's a little bit low, but it's not low. And so I hooked the jumper cables up. You know, whatever. Hooked it up. Nothing. Same exact thing. Okay. So I messed around and looking at different things and then you saw what I did. I hooked the jumper cables right straight to the battery, and it was like everything fired right up. I was like, cool. But I went over to the computer and it like glitched out. Showed me tons of like codes. Short this, short that. And I'm thinking, okay. You know, and usually when you do that on older stuff, older equipment, and it's all good. That's, you know, that's the way you used to jump older stuff. But now with this computer, everything's computerized. It's like you don't do that because you're skipping all the computer electronics. This is really getting long explaining this. But anywho, booked it up, started it. Then I went up there, and then when I checked it, it was at 9 volts. And I was like, and it had like 10 or 12 different codes too. Short on this, short on this. This is not responding. You know, it's just tons of things going on. And I was just like, all right, like it's electronic. I mean, when I was messing around, I was like, okay, it's a starter. It's probably the starter relay on top of the starter there. And everything else. And my boss, when I got back in the car, he's like, oh, tap on the starter with the hammer. He sent me a message when I was outside in the truck, and I'm like, yeah, I did that already. And a lot of people were commenting back, you know, it's the relay, it's you know, it's the wiring, it's, you know, you've isolated between the starter and the battery, you know, but there's like computer systems and everything in between there, so that's kind of not really isolating. But anyway, I bring it in there, and I kind of told a little white lie. I didn't lie. but I told a little bit of a lie. Not really. I'll explain to you later. But I got the thing worked on today. Because the guy before me was dropping off his reefer. They told him they wouldn't be able to look at it until next Wednesday. So I sit there and I went to sleep and everything else. And dropped something there. Went to sleep and I was laying there, and all of a sudden I noticed there was this kid out there working, and their shop was closed. They were having their floor redone, so they weren't working in the shop. They were just working outside. And I look over, and this kid, maybe 18, top pimply and stuff, he's sitting over there and he's working on trailers. And I fell asleep for a while, and then I woke up and I looked over and I saw him moving over to my trailer, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get the young kid, doesn't do anything. And I sat there and he was messing around and doing stuff, and I came walking over by him and I'm like, what's up? And I was gonna tell him, you know, what's going on, what he's doing. He's like, oh, no, I'm not. I don't know, that didn't sound right, whatever. And I said, yeah, it was doing this, I started telling him everything it was doing. Oh, it was just a bad battery, he goes. And I'm like, no, it can't be a battery. I said, I hooked up, it didn't work. I said, it's got all these different codes. He goes, well, it's a bad battery. He says, all those things don't function, so it all comes up as codes. And he already had put the battery in. And I was like, there's no way. And he reached over and he flipped the switch off, let it cycle, flipped the switch back on, everything cycled to it, fired up. Why did I feel stupid? Something so simple as a battery. And so I just kind of I was glancing through the comments before I hooked up, and I'm gonna give it out. Larry doesn't know everything now. I gotta remember that. Joseph Baker. I don't know, there might have been other people that said it, but he was the first one I came to in the comments. He says, I bet you it's just a dead battery, or a bad battery. There you go, Joseph Baker. You win. What did you win? Well, you won the acknowledgement that you're smarter than Larry the truck driver. Oh, I hate electrical stuff. But yeah, something so stupid. Good thing is, if I would have found it out there, probably boss man would have went out and said, oh, go and get a new battery, you know, here, I'll send you a check or whatever. Or whatever he would have said, you know, but we probably would have went out and bought a battery. The whole service, the battery, everything, all covered under warranty. So even that I made a stupid call, didn't diagnose it right, there was no charge. So, and here's the funny thing. Here's the real funny thing. I sent a message to my boss, and I says, hey, did they contact you that the trailer is done? He replied back, he said, no. And I said, oh, okay, well, it is done, and it was very complicated, really big ordeal. It was all covered under warranty. It was all good. He goes, what was the problem? I was like, oh, you had to ask, didn't you? I said the battery is bad. You know what he replied back? Yeah, I thought that's what it was. I was like, oh, no, wait a minute here. I replied back to him and I says, sure, now you say that. Well, he gets the right to say that because he's the boss. He's the boss man, so he can say that. But I was like, yeah, okay, now that it's all fixed. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. That was kind of funny. So what are we doing here? We are running up 83 here, and we're going to join back up with 81 and then jump off on 78, and we're going to run over to Allentown, Pennsylvania and load at Americold It loads at 7 p.m. tonight. I didn't lose any loads or nothing else. Everything was good. No problems with anything. So everything worked out in the end. I feel stupid. But anyways, everything worked out. Heading up to Allentown, I'm going to get this load loaded. This is my load I usually do, and I usually bring it back down to the yard and drop it off, and then they deliver in the afternoon. Problem is, now that I guess John is on his way back to work, I don't know. I haven't heard from John. I tried to do something with him. I told him, let's FaceTime, I'll record it and everything, and all that stuff. I don't know. He hasn't responded back to me. So I don't know what's going on with him, where he is, what's happening. I saw he hasn't posted any videos except, hey, I'm coming, baby blue, or something like that. But we're heading up there, and we're going to load this. And instead of dropping it in the yard, he's actually got a 2 a.m. appointment for Aldi's in Frederick, Maryland. And we're going to deliver this, and we're going to deliver it, and then he's got somebody special coming in down in West Virginia, I think it is. That's where my load usually loads at, that I take to Shawano, Wisconsin. Usually somebody else comes and goes and loads it for me, and then has it at the yard, and I just do a swap. Well, with John coming back now there's no empty trailers. So I kind of need to load it myself, but I guess they're closed on Saturdays. So he was able to talk somebody into gonna meet me there tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and they're gonna load me up quick. So everything should be good, and then I'll be off to Shawano. So there we go. I feel stupid. I just didn't even think. I mean, it just didn't seem like it was a battery. I mean, it had 13.2, I had all them codes, and I was just like, electrical, no, go away. So I just kind of went, I just told my boss, no. Oh well. So we're heading up there. I will see you guys up there maybe in Allentown. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll record getting up in Allentown, and then I gotta put this video out and make a fool of myself on YouTube. So we'll catch you guys later. See you. Well, guys, we are here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I think this is what you call ducks in a row, except these are geese. They do not care. I'm coming across. There was almost a very large accident once, just north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I was in my semi. I came up over a little crest of a hill, and I came over the crest of the hill, and traffic was just stopped right there. And what it was a goose walked out into the road, and a car stopped right in the middle of the road, and this lady was out of her car, and she was out there like shooing the goose away, trying to get the goose to safety. Man, I heard tires. I slammed on the brakes and stopped, threw my four-ways on. A car came flying over. I heard squealing and everything else. The car went flying by me, went down the shoulder. It was a mess. People were just like, you stupid lady, all over a goose. Their check-in procedure here is very, very difficult. The security guy is just... Oh, they've changed it. Because it used to be you had to pull up there and then a person would open the window. What time is your appointment? This time? You're too early. You have to leave. Alrighty, we are checked in. We are checked into Americo. We are told back into Dock 48, which I have done. I'll get more with the cameras outside and all that stuff. I think we're going to order a camera too, and kind of get them set up and more and stuff. But then I gotta get this backup camera system in here. I gotta install that. I know the company's like all upset with me. They're in Hong Kong. Oops, I just opened the window. They're in Hong Kong, so they got a long ways to come to beat me up, I guess. But I do have to get it installed. I promised them I would. But I'm not sure if that one will work decent for video and all this stuff. So we'll see how it works out. And then I guess I got to make a stop at like a Best Buy or something. And I need to get some cables. I'm hoping to get home this weekend. I'm hoping that he's going to put me home this weekend. Because I need to get an inverter in this truck. This truck has no inverter. There's no cables. There's nothing in here to hook an inverter up to. So I have to route the cables in and all this stuff. And he talked about having somebody do it out here or something like that. Last time I talked to him, I said, I'll just do it. So I kind of need to get that because I want to get my inverter in here. Because one thing is you know, I get little tinges in my back and stuff. My back's feeling pretty good. I've been getting treatments and everything every time I go through Wisconsin. Except I didn't get one last weekend. Last week I didn't get one. This week I don't know what week it is. I didn't get one on Monday because I didn't get home, so I had to cancel my appointment. But it's not feeling too bad. In between my shoulders, a little bit tight, but not too bad. That bed has really been helping me. It's helping me too much. I've been oversleeping. But so the back is doing well, and I do exercises all day long. I never have showed you guys this. On JBG Travels, when we were driving, he was in my truck. He asked what these were, and he made something in his video. These are exercise bands, right here. And what I do, they want me to strengthen in between my shoulder blades. They don't want me to work the area that's actually damaged. They want me to work above it, and they figure maybe the muscles will help that area. So what they want me to do is I sit there and drive down the road, and I'm just sitting there driving along, and this is what I do. I do this all day long. And I sit there and just pull on this thing, and then I go over in this one, same thing. I'm supposed to do it different ways. It's supposed to be pulled out and then hold it and stuff like this, but I can't do all that over here, and I don't want to like work one side out weird and all this stuff. I do have another exercise band. It's down here behind my seat, but I do have another exercise band, and I hook it to the cabinet up there when I stop, and usually before I go to bed I hook that one up, and then that's the one where I pull out wide and stuff like that. So I'll continue to do my exercises and all that stuff, and it's feeling pretty good. But I want to continue with the treatments, get that done. And I'm supposed to go back. I wasn't able to make my appointment for my doctor to get this MRI. I had truck issues and stuff, and I didn't want to be tied up and everything, so I canceled it. And it's going to be this month, 20 something. I don't remember what they put it to. But it's going to be later this month, so I'll go to that and try to get an MRI done and see if there's any permanent damage, see anything has to be fixed or what. So there you go. We're in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We'll get loaded. Probably take a nap here, and then we'll head on down to Frederick and deliver this one. I've never delivered it. I always just drop this load. So I'm actually going to deliver this load, and then tomorrow, I guess somebody's going to meet me special at this Pilgrim Pride place for the chicken load, because I guess they're not open on Saturdays, but I guess they're going to make a special occasion for me, and somebody's got to meet me there, I guess, or something to load me. I don't know. That's what the boss man said. So I will let you guys go, and I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night when they're watching this video. And if you're not, just watch the other video, and you can laugh at me that I couldn't figure out the battery. I hate electrical stuff. I really do. Oh well. Gotta show the good with the bad, right? Right. I'm not the all genius everybody compliments on and everything else. always change that tomorrow. So I will catch you guys later. See you.